Alright, hey, how's it going, guys? SvperDvperAlex here with another video. We out here, we doing another install. Today is pretty exciting because ordered this kit off this dude on the Infiniti page, but we finally getting paddle shifters. So you know, you Lux boys, you know, all the base model Qs, you know, we ain't got paddle shifters. Only I think only Sports and Red Sports or Silver Sports and Sports came with them. Maybe premiums, I don't know how it all works, but all I know is mine didn't come with them. So ordered this kit from this guy named Rex or something on the Infiniti page in Facebook. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. It looks like it'll be a little bit intense. You take the steering wheel off, cut some stuff up, wire some stuff in. Some stuff is plug and play, but I don't know, I guess we'll see. But let's get started. So here's the beautiful whip. Sheesh. Man, I love this car. Got some pretty clean races in the other day. Maybe I'll put them in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery, because anytime you're messing with these airbags or anything, definitely always disconnect the battery. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All you need is a 10mm socket, and then we'll pop this airbag out and just go from there. So let's get started. All right, so first step, like I said, disconnect the battery over there. Jeez. You get up in here, and in order to get this airbag cover off, you're gonna take these little tabs out. You're gonna pop these out. Oh, that went flying. You're gonna pop these tabs out, and there's no screw. All you gotta do is kind of feel around, and you're literally just gonna like really just push in there, and the airbag will pop out on each side. I guess I'll show you once I do both sides, but it's kind of hard to explain. But all you really do is you just push on it. It's kind of like a little spring. You push on it, and then the airbag pops out, and then you can disconnect it and then take the steering wheel off and do all that good stuff. But let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll kind of explain how it works. So once you go on the side, like I said, it'll kind of just pop out, and what you're pushing on is this right here. You're pushing on, you can kind of see where I'm kind of messing with it, but you're literally just pushing on this little spring here in order to unclip it. It's kind of weird to explain, but there's one on each side. And then to get your airbag off, you just take these two off, these little ground connections, and that's it. And then we're gonna take the steering wheel off also. So we're gonna take this bolt out. And if you're doing this, make sure you make a mark where the middle's at over here, so that way you put your steering wheel back on, you're not struggling to figure out where the steering wheel is supposed to sit. But yeah, let's keep going on this. I'm learning as I go, so just bear with me. But let's keep going. All right, so I'm back. So I disconnected the airbag, but you pop these little black tabs up, you just pull them out, take the grounds off like I said, and then you disconnect this white cable, white connector. It's on this side, the gray connector is on this side. Your connector might be a different color. I think it's white or gray, so it's on this side. And then the nut for the steering wheel, that's going to be a 19mm bolt, so just keep that in mind. 19mm. And it is going to take some force, so I use a really long extension, but yeah, y'all get the gist. So now we're gonna take this off, and we have to somehow access this dash. We have to connect something to the back of it, and then run some wires through with the connector. I'll show you guys once I connect all that, but I'm gonna get the steering wheel off, and then keep going from there. So you can figure out how to take off this dash. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm at the next step. I know it looks like a mess, but all I really did was take this cover off. So get the steering wheel off. Try not to mess with the corkscrew, keep it centered. You're gonna take off these 3 screws. There's gonna be 2 right here under these plastic covers that you take off, which are these ones right here, and 1 in the back right here, which goes through this hole, because this all sits up. And then you can just unclip this top piece, so you'll have access. And it looks like to get this off, you literally just pop it off. Just be careful, because you You don't want to break anything. I'm pretty sure everything's probably pretty pricey for these cars. And you can just disconnect the start switch and the connector over here for this also. So now I'm just gonna take the dash back, or the cluster back. So these two screws right here, and they should pop back, and I'll show you the connector that is provided with that kit so you guys can put it in. It looks like a mess, but it's honestly not too bad. Nothing's been really that difficult. It's just a few screws here and there, but let's keep going. All right, so here's everything that comes in the kit. It's gonna be your paddle shifters. These are just paddle shifter extenders. That way they stick out a little more. These are what actually connect to these paddle shifters, and a ground cable that you're gonna ground later. And this is that connector, that harness, that basically this is why you need the kit, because you have to install this harness in between the cluster and the paddle shifters. So you can install this cable in between that, and then run these two pins into this connector near the clock spring. And I'm guessing this is what makes everything work. And I'll show you where these pins are actually supposed to go and how to put those in there. So let me go ahead and just get all that situated, and I'll be right back. We got Super Duper Jesse in the cut right now. He's being our videographer. Paying him a lot of cash, so y'all better get this fucking check though. I'm broke right now. Jesse over here taking all my money. I haven't even made any YouTube money. But anyways, he's gonna connect this in between. Like I said, make sure that's in there. Good. That's gonna go to your cluster, and then run this wire. Well, I guess you just run it. I think you just run it down, I don't know. And you're gonna look at this connector right here, this gray one. And this is where you're actually gonna put these pins in. And so since I have these, some might have these top ones, you're supposed to remove those and then just put these in place. In order to take those pins out, you're gonna pop this little white tab up and then push it out from this side with like some really thin screwdriver or something, and the pin should pull out once you pop this little white cover off. Like I'll show you how once. Let me just get this all in, and then I'll show you guys right now. All right, so I finally got the pins come out. So you pull this little white tab up, and then you push them out with like just something. I use literally like some jank little pin from like some random stuff. I don't know. It was from like a bobby pin or something. And I got it to finally come out. But you're gonna push out these two wires, and then put in the red wire on the second pin and the green wire on the fourth pin right there. As you can see, that way. And then just tape these back off. Tape them individually and then tape them off like to the way back to the harness. That's probably what I would do. And then you should be able to connect. Oh, it's not focusing. Then you should be able to connect the cluster and everything back on. And then we're going to show you what you have to do to that steering wheel. You're going to have to cut it all up with preferably a Dremel tool. And this install's, I would say, easy, but definitely you're going to have some a little bit mechanically inclined, just because you have to cut some stuff and pull pins out and stuff. But it's not that bad, I would say. But yeah, let's keep going, because I really want to do this before it gets dark outside. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so I got the cluster back on. The wire is all wrapped up nicely on this side. It's connected now, the gray connector. Now we're gonna roll over to the steering wheel, and I kind of already have it apart, but I'll give you guys a rundown. So you're gonna take these screws off, which go right here, like in the middle. And then once you take that off, you take these two screws off, and then you pry up on this plastic cover, which is like right here. You pry up on it, it should come off. And then you're gonna take these little covers off, and all you do is you put pressure on this side, and with the plastic pry tool like this, you just pop it up, and then you just bring it out. And then and then that should be about it. And then this back cover should just be able to pop off. And here is where you're gonna make the cuts. So, and luckily he provided with some sticky paper. So like, well, this is actually the right side. So this goes right here. Something like that. So he makes like a template and you'll just wrap it around. So that way you know exactly kind of where to cut. It's kind of confusing. Actually, I think it goes like this. It goes a little something like that, yeah. That way you know how much to cut on your back cover here. So he does sell some kits with the covers already, which that would be easier, but this is way cheaper. So he provides a cheaper method, because I think the whole kit was only about $280, $285, something like that. Or I think $285, but I mean, that's really cheap for this paddle shifter kit, and it comes with the little extenders. So I think it's really worth it, and it'll probably make your car just, you know, have a little bit better driving experience. But all right, I'm gonna cut this up. I'm gonna use the Dremel tool. We'll see how it comes out. So there it is. I got it all cut up. It ain't perfect, but hey, it'll do. And it's on the back side, so you know what I mean, no one will see it. But you know, I got a few scratches in here and there, but whatever, it's all good. It is what it is. At least I don't have to buy a new one of these, because I'm sure they're not cheap. So now I'm gonna put all the paddle shifters on there. All of these are mounted on by is just one screw. So just put it on one screw. Positive goes on the right, negative one goes on the, you know, on the left side. But yeah, just throw the steering wheel back on and then see what happens. All right, so there it is, guys. Fully installed with the paddle shifters. Looks pretty nice. Downshift, upshift. Everything's installed. Now time to get it back in there. Put everything in reverse order like I did, and hopefully it works. The paddle shifters held on by one screw, and you put the cover on and then the paddle shifters, just so you know, FYI. But yeah, let's throw it in the car. It's a little late, so I'm gonna have to be using like a flashlight, so just bear with me. All right, let's get going. All right, so I got all that back on, screws underneath there, it's cover. Make sure the clock spring is centered. Gonna run these cables through, and then throw the steering wheel on. And just like that, steering wheel is installed. Now I just hope they work. And this light sucks. There you go. Steering wheel is installed. Now I just hope this light works. So yeah, let's get to it. Seem like they're operating fine. I guess we'll see once we turn on the car and go for a test drive. I might change to the GoPro to show you guys, do a few pulls since it's on ethanol right now. But I guess we'll be right back. All right, well, hey, how's it going, guys? SvperDvperAlex here, and I told y'all I'll get some footage for you guys. Here's the whip. About to turn it on. About to go use the paddle shifters. This is another day, obviously. I'll see if I can try to film with see if I can try to get some ethanol in for you guys, but we'll see. It's a little dirty right now, don't mind that, but I just want to show you guys the paddle shifters. Here they are, right here. I put the extenders on it. I don't know how to feel about them. I don't know if it looks cleaner or like a little tacky, but it definitely helps when you're shifting. It makes it easier, so I guess it's better for that. But I'm gonna go to the gas station right now, fill it with some ethanol, maybe, if it's open, and give you guys little pulls. But I can give you guys some pulls right now that you can see. Map 1, so we're on 91 right now. Plus we got like barely any gas, but it's all good. Take it off. It's so much, I don't know, I love driving with the, I drive this way. I think it's way easier than shifting with this. I feel like it's probably like, seems like it's way faster also. Honestly, tuning this car has been like the best thing ever. Like, it just made it so much faster. That's only on 91. On E85 or on E30, it feels way better. I still haven't dyno tuned it. Whenever I go dyno tune it, I'll definitely give you guys a little pull. But on this car, it's crazy how detuned they are from the factory. Like, with just a few bolt-ons in the tune, it's insane. I guess I'll use these. This is another day. I got busy the other day. I think I already mentioned that, but just letting you guys know. So you can see I'm running the Red Sport wheels, which my car is in a Red Sport. So I'm running the Red Sport wheels with Federal RSRRs, RS double R's, so they're pretty grippy tires, and as you can see, it spins them, which is pretty crazy to me. I'm not all-wheel drive, it's rear-wheel drive, which is, I guess it is pushing a pretty good amount of power, probably like low fours to the wheel, from what I've seen on other vehicles. I am tuned by some guy local here. His name's Gabe. He owns Infiniti Motorsports. He tunes a lot of EQs. Not too many VRs yet, but honestly, I've had his tune for a while now, and I have no complaints. I've drove this thing to Cali and back and Vegas on ethanol and 91, and I have no complaints at all. Alright, so I'm back, guys. So I just filled it with E right here. So I'm on the E30 mix. Map 1, go to map 2. Take my traction control off. Put it in sport mode, helps out a little bit. Put it in manual. Alright, cool. Dang, y'all saw that Cadillac right there? This shit look mean. I want him to see if we fill it with that. No, I ain't that fast yet. Yet. Like I said, yet. Nah, but on a real note though, this car does, like, the turbos go on this car. It's definitely going upgraded turbos. I'm not even gonna bother with going back to putting stock turbos on this car. So hopefully, if anything blows on this car, it's the turbos and not the engine. But we'll see, because I don't know. You know how VRs are. Luckily, I had a belt issue with this car also. I mean, of course, like every other VR. I already fixed it. I realigned the pulley myself. It wasn't too bad. It was kind of annoying. Not a lot of space, but after I realigned that pulley, it's been pretty solid. I haven't blown any belts anymore, or shredded any belts. But yeah. I'll do a pull here coming up here in Mexico. It's too hot to be running without AC. I mean, maybe for the pull I'll take it off. We'll see. Maybe for the full pull I'll take it off, just so y'all see the full potential of this thing. It's probably gonna spin. We'll see. That surface over there looks a little better than the one around my neighborhood. But yeah, I guess we'll see, because the one around my neighborhood is really new and it's really slick, so you really don't grip on those roads. On these ones I should grip. I should probably spin a little and grip. But here on ethanol, I should be closer to the, I should be like high 400s from what I've seen and the amount of boost it's pushing. I can't remember exactly how much boost it is, but if I remember, I'll let y'all know. On the AC because it's too hot out here, man. Way too hot. Y'all from Arizona, y'all know exactly what I mean. But I can do a little high pull here for you guys. The 5,000 RPM, a little high roll. The one thing I will say is the brakes on the Lux suck. They completely suck. I have upgraded drilled and soldered from R1 Concepts. They helped out a little bit, but they still suck. I mean, once you upgrade the power, yeah, these things they just can't handle this. You definitely need the Akibonos or something, or some Brembos or something, because they can't handle them once you push the car a little more. But yeah, that's how it is, guys. Y'all see the paddle shifters, they're working smoothly. Y'all can see it's like instant. That guy who sells them on Facebook, I'll link it in the description probably, or in the comments if someone commented. But yeah, he does really good work. Everything was pretty much plug and play, just that one plug you saw I wired. So yeah, I mean, honestly, for the money you spend and how much better that makes the car feel, I totally recommend it. And I mean, if you have the sport model, well then that's good for you, but if you don't, this is definitely an upgrade I would do. And I think it makes the car look a little nicer. It makes it look a little more sportier and better than using this thing. And that way, I guess you got more control of the car when you have two hands on the wheel. But yeah. Alright guys, well, that's it. Hope you liked the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. Let me know what else you guys want to see. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next video. Later.